They are doing worse in government. Oshoms condemns Tinubu's government over Efcc appointment. Now, wow, I know that with the Tinubu's nature of appointment, the way it's been ethnocentric, that is, being nepotistic and giving more people to more positions or more ministerial roles to his tribesmen has raised a lot of questions, especially with the appointment of Lukoyede as the chairman of the EFCC. Everybody is causing reactions, actually, and Liberals Oshoms has come out to say his own part of the story, or views as well, saying they are doing worse in government as he condemns Tinubu government for disappointment. Let's dive into the details and say, Nigerian lawyer Liberals Oshoms on Friday condemned President Bola Tinubu for appointing Ola Olukoyede as the chairman of the EFCC, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Nigerian News had earlier reported that President Tinubu appointed Olukoyede as the anti-graft agency boss to take over from the suspended chairman Abdul Rashid Bawar. The development was announced in a statement released by a presidential spokesperson Ajurin Gelale on Thursday. Following the appointment, questions have been raised on the qualification of Olukoyede for the office of the EFCC chairman. Oshoms, speaking in an interview on Arise TV, said President Tinubu's appointment was to stand law on his head, on the appointment of a position that is as simple as EFCC chairman. He added that the government of Tinubu knew the various challenges facing the country when they were in opposition, but had failed to respond to them after coming into governance. Oshoms called on the federal government to make necessary changes and apologize to Nigerians following the recent appointment. The lawyer said, unfortunately for me, this government knew everything that was wrong with Nigeria when they were in opposition, and they told us how Nigeria would work better if given the opportunity. But unfortunately, they are in government today and they are even doing worse. None of them is talking about all the ideals they promoted: fiscal federalism, unbundling of the country, amendment of the Electoral Act to remove the powers of presumption and regularities in presumptions of regularities in favor of INEC, and all of these things. And yet, you want to make a simple appointment, an appointment as simple as EFCC chairman, you still want to stand law on his head. And then somebody, rather than apologize to Nigerians and say, we don't look at it this way, we are sorry, we do this, we are doing this, or we will do this. You are trying to force it down the throat of Nigerians and then try to stand law on his head. Right? So I can understand where Liberals Oshoms is coming from. The thing here is that, Tinubu and his people, when they were in opposition, they were, promoting all the ideals of a developing state, all the ideals of an ideal state. Okay. And prior to that 2015 taking over of the APC, they were mentioning every bad thing that PDP did, and they were also telling Nigerians what they would do if given power, if they are voted. Now they have been voted since 2015. Nigeria has gotten worse than ever. All the ideals they promoted when they were in opposition, they are not doing anything about it. That is exactly what Liberals Oshoms is trying to say here. And it baffles everyone that Nigerian politicians, when they are outside the circle, they see everything wrong and they tell you the whole solution. Okay? But immediately they get into power, they get blind. So is there something that is so wrong? Or is there something in government that the public does not know, or the public do not know, that is blinding them from seeing the truth, even from seeing what they saw when they were not in government or when they were observing from the outside the circle? Okay, it is a very terrible situation. And because that situation, we've tested that right from 1999 till today, that is about 24 years now, we've seen that, none of the politicians is to be trusted because they all did the same thing. When they're in opposition, they see everything wrong with the system. And when they come into power, they don't see those wrong things again. They even forget what they said when they were in opposition. And they will begin to say the things that counters what they said when they were in opposition. They will begin to do things that counters their position when they were in opposition. So it is a very terrible situation and observation. And this is with respect to appointment of Olukoyede Ola as the EFCC chairman. So what Choma is saying is these people, a simple office as simple as the EFCC chairman, Tinubu's government failed, and rather than apologizing to Nigerians and tell Nigerians what they will do to correct the situation, they are trying to force down the throat of Nigerians and trying to stand law on it, which is unacceptable. So he should have rather apologize. Actually, Tinubu has been very ethnocentric, the same way Buhari was. So the way it is Milocon syndrome. Okay, it is their turn. It was Buhari and Fulani's turn during Buhari time. So now it's Tinubu and Yoruba's turn in his own time too. So that is where we see it. When will other minority tribes' turn come? That is the big question to ask. And I don't think anybody's asking that question. So let's see. People have made several comments. Let me see. This is the worst dictatorial government Nigeria and Africa will witness. Let those useless judges and judiciary continue to pretend. Tinubu, who manipulated a whole Chicago University and wanted to manipulate the American judiciary but failed, will soon come for those useless judges and entire judiciary, just like his corrupt father Buhari. It's actually dictatorial. This is the worst democratic dictatorship we can witness in democratic era. Somebody say, thank you. We don't want obituary movement group member as our president. Can you imagine? Masquerading as unknown government, ESN and IPOP. See, the guy has turned it tribe. It's okay. Somebody say, you must be a shameless tribalist who is supporting those old rogues in APC who have stolen everything in treasury and brought only poverty to Nigerians. That is how bad it is. The EFCC should first focus on the presidency, minister, and senators. They are a Nigerian problem. They can never focus on them now. After all, the office of the EFCC chairman is now given by favoritism, tribalism, nepotism, and just name it. Okay, it's very ethnocentric. As I always say, you Oshoma, to Oshoma, Tinubu can never do well. In fact, he doesn't wish Tinubu to do well. Can you imagine? Oh, wow. APC is a scam. Buhari used that party to scam Nigerians. Now shout every time. No positivity. Everybody's shouting. So thank you for listening. And that is what Libras Oshoma is saying. Let's get your view and your comment on this.